They get in employment, that culture of drinking will continue.
UCDA is also spearheading the development of coffee specialists, most importantly coffee baristas, aiming at increasing the quality of the cup, ensuring a competitive, refined end product. Claire Rakatogoro is the promotion and training officer at UCDA. She joined the industry as a barista in 2008. UCDA identified her and sponsored her for training in Denmark and Sweden. Claire is charged with the responsibility of training baristas and also organizing the Barista National Championship. To date, 660 baristas have been trained here.
UCDA being a regulatory body, one of our mandates is to promote local coffee consumption. And so when barista was introduced into Uganda, barista competitions was introduced into Uganda, we took it up as UCDA to use it as a tool to promote local coffee consumption. And we used it as a tool for building capacity and also having skilled baristas.
The private players have also taken up the initiative to complement UCDA's efforts. Established in 2008, Africa Coffee Academy is a one-stop center that offers a total coffee experience.
You want to trade coffee? You are welcome. You want to start a coffee farm? Please come here. You want any coffee machinery? We have it. So we offer a total coffee experience to support entities, players in the coffee industry who want to participate in any part of the value chain.
Another key mandate of UCDA is supporting research. In the 90s, when the coffee wilt disease struck, UCDA worked closely with research institutes to develop a disease-resistant coffee drawn from a variety of Robusta species in Uganda that successfully averted the crisis.
So they created that coffee and got out the best characteristics for each of the coffee. High yielding, fast yielding, disease resistant, and cloned them. So the clonal coffee was a product of the best qualities of the Nganda.
The National Coffee Research Institute at Kituza Mukono, a specialized facility set up to research in coffee and cocoa. It was established in 2013 following the operationalization of the National Coffee Policy. The decision to have research in coffee as an independent entity resulted in the observation that coffee research was not given particular attention. At this research facility, emphasis has been put on first tracking the multiplication of the 7 wilt disease-resistant 7 lines.
In liaison and close collaboration and support with the Uganda Coffee Development Authority, this institute has put up a modern biotechnology laboratory with a major focus to increase and do so very quickly on the availability of planting material of these 7 coffee wilt disease-resistant lines. You will be shown the process which is undertaken to get these clean, disease-free materials using a process called tissue culture.
Government appreciates the potential for coffee to transform the rural incomes in line with the National Development Plan 2, which aims to move the country to a lower middle income status by the year 2020. In 2015, government revived its earlier targets of planting 300 million coffee trees and reaching export of at least 4.5 million bags by 2018 to producing 20 million 60 kilogram bags of coffee and planting 900 million coffee trees by 2020. Subsequently, President Museveni issued a directive to increase production targeting this vision. UCDA, in collaboration with Operation Wealth Creation, local governments, Prime Minister's Delivery Unit, PMDU, and the private sector are spearheading the drive.
1.7 million households in Uganda producing coffee, owning half an acre to an acre. Now that's a challenge, but also that's where lies the opportunity. We are producing half a ton of green coffee per hectare. Vietnam is producing 2.5 tons per hectare. Brazil, 2 tons per hectare. Now, without even increasing acreage, If we increase productivity to 1 ton per hectare, we are in 9 million bags, almost 10 million bags. If we worked hard and worked at the level of Brazil, voila, 4 million bags times 4 times 16 million bags. Or if we worked harder, like Vietnam, 2.5, we would have more than 20 million bags. But that means we need 3 things. We need to increase productivity, we need water production to be there. We need fertilizers, and we need inputs. That's where the challenge is, but that's where also the opportunity is.
UCDA has been able to successfully exercise its regulatory mandate in the coffee industry over the last 25 years because of a dedicated staff that executes its role with high levels of professionalism. 108 in total, the team that includes management and technocrats, broken down in 5 directorates, is well motivated, the driving force behind the UCDA satisfactory service delivery. Jen Nakandi is a Quality Assurance Officer at the Lugogo Quality Control Facility. She is among the longest-serving staff at the UCDA with 35 years' experience in the industry. Like many of her fellow staff members, Jen gratefully owes her personal achievement to UCDA.
For example, I have a smaller house where I sleep because of UCDA. Some people are given loans, for example, car loans, which they could not afford to buy it on cash. And it is giving other people knowledge to do business. As you said, personally, it has helped me to educate my own children because the salary was fair.
The exemplary performance of UCDA's management is attributed to the industry-based board of directors, a practical demonstration of the public-private partnership with the representation from key stakeholders from the government and the private sector.
For the last 25 years, the authority has never had an audit exception, which means that the board in their selection and management of staff has been not only careful, perhaps even lucky, but has made sure that we pick performers and professionals. Because you hear about these parastatals having bodies with problems with the, what do you call it, the cartoon thing. They have problems with the Public Accounts Committee asking this, that, and they have problems with the John Mwanga queries. But for us, for the last 25 years, we haven't had a query. Our accounts have been spot on, and we intend to stay like that.
With the government's commitment to put in place an enabling environment that provides access to knowledge, input and credit, Uganda's coffee farmers can easily improve upon their coffee yields and thus their income livelihoods today.
Yeah, I want to assure the farmers and processors that this industry has already shown signs of growth. It is growing, the graph is going up. I want to assure them that this is the most dependable business, agriculture-related business, that we are very sure of. The market is assured, the knowledge is there. We stand to benefit if we all put our heads together and the efforts to make sure that we target increased production, that is from where we are to 20 million bags. Certainly this one is going to change the whole situation in terms of changing the welfare of the farmers and all those who are involved in the value chain of the coffee crop.
Indeed, the growth, improvement and expansion of Uganda's coffee industry is vivid demonstration of UCDA's 25 years of proficiency in regulating the industry with commitment, dedication, professionalism and transparency. As a result, increased millions of Ugandans continue to directly or indirectly depend on coffee to sustain their livelihoods. This undoubtedly is no mean achievement that calls for celebration.